Dear voters of Jalan Besar GE Rally, dear Workers' Party's supporter, dear fellow Singaporean, a very good evening. 大家晚上好. My name is Sim Adrian. I am 43 years old. I am a father of two. What makes me want to volunteer? One of the main reasons is to model myself to my children so that they can be a useful person to the society and be compassionate when they grow up. Both my sons are in primary 2 this year, although the PSLEs are still 4 years away. My wife and I already face stress and wondering whether we will ever prepare them well enough to get into the secondary school of their choice. Many of my friends who have also primary school going children are as stressed as I am. And of course, most of the stress will pass down to our children. To me, it seems that the only objective of getting our children to go to the primary school is to ace PSLE. Never mind about learning or general knowledge or even soft skill. That is all secondary. But shouldn't it be the other way around? I was talking to my 8-year-old boys the other day, and I asked him, what do you think if you don't have to take PSLE? And do you know what he answered me? He happily said, yeah, that's a very good idea. When I asked him again, what do you think if we don't have any test or exam all the way to primary 6? He once again said, yes, that's a good idea. Then I asked him, if there's no test or exam, then what would you do at the school? His eye lit up and stared at me and said one word, learn. And that should be the way that our children learn. The PSLE system is flawed as a basis of determining the fate of our children. How can you determine the true talents of a child simply on the basis of a few standardized tests taken at the age of 12? A deep reliance on academic achievement as a benchmark for determining a child is good has become the norm. And what is deemed good is a goalpost that is getting narrower and narrower, with the curriculums getting more and more difficult, sometimes unrealistically so. For example, a primary 1 child is expected to write a competition at the end of the academic year, when he or she is not proficient with the basics of the English language. It is like building a house of cards with little or no foundation. We should be focusing on getting the children to understand the basics, the building blocks of the language, well before getting them to even start composing a story. To be fair, we have seen some changes lately with a slight shift to reduce the focus on academic performance through standardized tests. However, that is not enough. We need to relook at the pace of the curriculums and reduce the class size to maybe 20 students per class. Of course, part of the stress is is also because of the large gaps between the elite secondary schools and neighborhood schools. We can help narrow these gaps through more equitable fundings for secondary schools. We can also make special efforts to channel more teaching resources to the weaker schools. If the gap is narrow, parents and students can become less stressed about what secondary school they can go. We propose in our manifesto to allow the parent the option, not replacement, of putting their primary school students in a 10-year through train system from primary to secondary, especially for children who are late bloomers, so that they are not left behind by the system. Stress is not necessarily bad. It is what shapes us, molds us, and builds us. But too much stress is not good for us and our children. We need to reduce the amount of stress that we are putting on our children and ourselves. We need to change the mindset of kiasunas and acing the PSLE at all costs. We need to rethink the type of education system we want to nurture our young children, our own people. Time has changed. The environment has changed too. We must change our mindset and our way if you want to nurture and prepare the next generation for a better, more humane Singapore. Vote for Workers' Party. Empower your future. Thank you.